이야기에는 역시 위기가 있어야만 결말이 즐겁.
Everyone expected it to be beautiful. Everyone assumed it would be romantic. But no one, not even the closest friends or family, was prepared for what Lee Min-ho said at the altar.
네, 안녕하세요. 유중혁 역을 맡은 이민호입니다. 참 오랜만에 이렇게 극장에서 인사드리게 되었는데
Before we reveal the exact words that left everyone in tears, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you never miss a moment of the most heart-shattering love story Korea has ever seen. Because what started as a private ceremony turned into a public moment that melted millions of hearts across the world. The ceremony was set in a traditional courtyard villa in Jeju. Soft winds, blooming spring flowers, and no media in sight. Kim Go-eun walked slowly toward the altar in a soft white hanbok, hand-stitched by her aunt. She looked nothing like a celebrity that day. She looked like someone stepping into the life she always dreamed of. And Lee Min-ho? He stood waiting, in a cream-colored robe with a subtle embroidered crane over his heart. Go-eun's favorite symbol. There was silence, not the awkward kind, but the sacred, unforgettable kind. And then the officiant smiled. Lee Min-ho, he said, you may now share your vows. Min-ho took a deep breath, looked at Go-eun, and began to speak. Not reading from a paper, not rehearsed, but from memory, from his heart. His voice was soft but clear. And the first line? Already had Go-eun clutching her bouquet tighter. Go-eun, I wrote these vows 100 times. But nothing I wrote felt true. Because loving you isn't something I can capture in words. He paused, swallowed hard. Then he smiled. You walked into my life quietly, but your presence changed everything. You taught me that love doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be real. Her lips trembled. Everyone leaned in. He continued, before you, I thought I knew what love looked like. But you showed me what love feels like. It feels like peace in the chaos. Like hands held on the table, like knowing someone will wait for you, even if you're late. People around them were already crying. Her mother dabbed her eyes. His sister turned away, overwhelmed. But Min-ho didn't stop. You see every part of me, even the parts one tried to hide. And somehow you still choose me. Go-eun's eyes overflowed. He stepped closer, voice shaking slightly. So today I make you this vow. I will be your protector in storms. Your calm in the noise. Your warmth in winter. Your biggest fan. Your quiet place to rest. And if ever you forget how special you are, I promise to remind you every single day. There was silence again. But this time, it was because everyone was trying not to sob. Even the officiant had tears in his eyes. Then it was Go-eun's turn. She took a breath, then laughed gently through her tears. I told myself I wouldn't cry, she whispered. But then you started speaking. Everyone laughed, releasing some of the tension. And then she began. Min-ho, I don't know how to describe what you mean to me, because words don't hold the weight of my heart. She looked up at him, eyes shining. You are the quiet I always searched for, the laughter I didn't know I needed, the kindness I never dared ask for. Min-ho wiped a tear from the corner of his eye. Go-eun's voice wavered, but she pressed on. I've watched you grow, not just as an actor, but as a man who chooses love every day. Even on the hard days, even when it's not easy. You love deeply, silently, fiercely, and you've never asked for anything in return. She stepped closer now, took his hands. Se eres my promesa. To stand with you when the world is watching, and when no one is. To listen when you speak, and when you don't. To love not just the person you are today, but every version of you to come. A quiet sob escaped someone in the front row. Go-eun's best friend. She couldn't hold it in. And when Go-eun finished, you are my once-in-a-lifetime, and I will never let go of your hand. The moment was so quiet that even the wind seemed to still. Then the officiant cleared his throat gently. With a smile that looked like he too was fighting back tears, he said, you may now seal your vows. And when they kissed, it wasn't just a kiss. It was the closing of one chapter, and the beginning of forever no one could deny. Later that night, a guest who had recorded the vows, with the couple's permission, uploaded them anonymously. The video, though simple, began spreading faster than anyone anticipated. No heavy editing, no music, just raw love. Fans from around the globe started translating the vows in dozens of languages. Reactions poured in. He really said, "If ever you forget how special you are, I promise to remind you." That's the kind of man he is. She told him, "You're my once-in-a-lifetime." I can't stop crying. Memes, tributes, fan edits. It was everywhere. Even celebrities reacted. Top actors reshared the video with captions like, "This is real love." You can't fake this kind of emotion. Even veteran directors commented, "I've directed hundreds of dramas, but this moment, this was better than anything I've ever shot." And still, Min-ho and Go-eun said nothing publicly. They didn't need to, because their vows spoke louder than any press release ever could. The next time fans saw them, they weren't in an award show or premiere. They were walking out a quiet bookstore in Seoul. No sunglasses, no bodyguards. Just two people holding hands, smiling, living. And when a reporter bravely asked them if the wedding video was real, Min-ho simply smiled and answered, "Did you cry?" The reporter nodded. Min-ho looked at Go-eun, then back at him. Then yes, it was real. And just like that, the internet wept all over again. Because some love stories are scripted. But theirs was written in vows and sealed with forever. After the world dried its tears from the vows that made headlines, no one expected what came next. Because just 2 weeks after that intimate ceremony, a fan caught something on video that would break the internet again. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun walking side by side through a small flower market in Daegu. No cameras, no entourage, just them. And in Min-ho's hand, a tiny white bouquet, and something even more curious, a pair of baby shoes. Yes, tiny, white, hand-stitched baby shoes. Naturally, the internet exploded with questions. Were they for a gift, a family member, a friend, or was the couple already preparing for a new chapter? At first, neither Min-ho nor Go-eun responded. But what came next said more than words ever could. A few days later, Go-eun posted a photo. No caption, just 2 cups of tea, side by side on a wooden table. And next to them, a tiny knitted hat. The comment section was chaos. Thousands of fans losing their minds over possibility that the newlyweds weren't just planning a life together, but a family. But let's rewind for a moment, because that magical honeymoon in the Jeju villa, it wasn't just a getaway. It was a place where Min-ho and Go-eun, surrounded by books, fresh sea air, and early morning walks, began dreaming bigger. Sources close to the couple revealed something that left fans swooning, that every night before bed,